I was 15, exhausted from a long day of hiking. My tent stood alone, far from the others. The sun had slipped away, leaving only shadows. As I struggled with the ropes, I felt the weight of the dark pressing in. Then, the footsteps began, heavy, slow, circling my tent. At first, I thought it was a prank. "Who's there?" I shouted. Silence. Then the stomping faded into the trees. I lay back down, heart racing. But the footsteps returned, louder this time. Angry, I unzipped the tent. And there he was, not a scout, not a boy, a man, 6'5", mid-30s. His grin froze me in place. He raised a finger to his lips. Shh. I couldn't breathe, couldn't scream. Then instinct took over, and I ran. I sprinted to my scoutmaster's tent, screaming. The leaders grabbed rifles, but the man was gone. Only his footprints remained, circling my tent. That night, we pulled our tents together, side by side. The next morning, we went home early. And me, I've never gone camping again, and I never will. If you enjoyed this chilling tale, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more. Last summer, we camped deep along the Willamette River. The hike was long, the night air was heavy. By midnight, we were exhausted. We fished, we played music, we laughed until 2 a.m. 2 friends shared one tent. Me and another shared the other. The forest was silent. The river whispered nearby. Then, laughter. At first, we thought it was our friends. We laughed back, told them to shut up. But a voice called out from their tent, "It isn't us." My smile vanished. The laughter grew louder. Not 2 voices, not familiar, just one man, deep, mid-30s. It sounded drunk, twisted. We froze. The laugh circled our camp, but no footsteps followed. That was impossible, not in this forest. Then, silence. My friend's eyes widened in the dark. And then, a sound. Something rubbed against our tent. A hand pressed against the fabric, its outline clear. We screamed, burst out of the tent, sprinting into the woods. Branches whipped our faces. Behind us, only silence. After 5 minutes of blind running, we found the car. We piled in, shaking. I took the wheel. I don't condone drinking and driving. But that night, it felt like survival. To this day, I don't know who or what was laughing out there. But I'll never forget the hand against the tent. By far, the most horrific night of my life. After college, I decided to go backpacking. Alone, I wanted peace, silence, escape. The wilderness stretched for miles. The nearest town, 3 hours away by bus. For 7 long days, I barely saw another soul. Just once, a distant figure in a canoe. Other than that, nothing but trees, rivers, and sky. I carried a few disposable cameras. This was before digital was common. So, I took pictures, dozens of them. Sunsets, trails, quiet streams, the kind of shots you'd expect. At the time, everything felt normal. When I returned home, I had the film developed. The first photos were just what I remembered. Forest trails, waterfalls, the tent in the clearing. But then, halfway through the roll, my stomach dropped. 2 pictures, both of me, asleep, inside my tent, in my sleeping bag, my face lit by the flash, the tent walls behind me. I never took those shots. Someone else had. Someone close enough to unzip the tent, lean inside, and snap the photos, without waking me. My hands shook as I stared at them. The wilderness was supposed to be empty, but clearly, I wasn't alone. I broke down that night. To this day, I have no idea who it was, or how long they had been watching me. I haven't been camping since. Now I sleep with my door locked, curtains drawn tight. But still, The feeling never leaves, that somewhere out there, someone is still watching. We wanted a quiet night together, just the two of us. A mile hike from the lot, our little camping ritual. The sky was already bruising into night, the trees swallowing the last light. We stepped out of the car, packs on, smiles soft, nerves steady. That's when two sketchy guys drifted out of the trailhead, eyes cold, curious. They stared, then slid back into an old VW camper van. A flicker of dread sparked. I shrugged it off. We started down the trail, leaves whispering under our boots. I'd camped here before. I knew the hidden nooks, the safer bends, up the hill, a shape, maybe another camper. So I chose a spot lower down, out of sight, not out of earshot. We pitched the tarp, set the bags, checked the wind. The forest felt watchful, like it was listening to us breathe. I went to gather wood because it was getting dark fast. Then a man appeared, like he grew out of the trees. Friendly smile that never touched his eyes. $10 for a bundle. I laughed it off. We're in the woods. There's wood everywhere. He said we wouldn't find much. They'd cleared it for weeks. How long you been up there? I asked. Almost a month. He said he was alone, but his stories tangled, tripped over themselves. A minute later, he admitted he knew some dudes across the river. He told us he came from Pennsylvania, bus to Lexington, then into the woods behind my workplace. I knew those woods, homeless camps, attics, people dodging the daylight. He said he'd been living on snakes, bugs, selling wood. Said we were the first people he'd seen in weeks, but he watched everyone from up top. Up top, where he could see everything and everyone. He led us to his camp. There was gear for several men, not one. By then, the darkness felt heavy, like it had weight. He helped us start a fire, flames licking the damp air, eyes reflecting orange. When he left, I finally breathed. I can't sleep here, I whispered to my boyfriend. No knife, no gun, nothing to protect us. He asked me to stay, just a little longer. We planned to make it through the night. The forest answered with a crack of twigs. Night settled like a trap. The stars drowned in cloud. Branches snapped around our tarp, slow, deliberate. Not wind, not deer, listening steps, testing steps. I gripped my boyfriend's hand, my pulse drumming in my throat. Someone's out there, I breathed. Another snap, closer. Then silence so loud it rang. I pictured him up the hill, higher ground, watching us like we were a TV. He said he liked to see everything, everyone, all night. Something brushed the edge of the tarp, fabric whispering against skin. My breath shattered. We moved in the dark, gathering only what wouldn't make noise. We left the new tarp, the loudest thing we owned, backpacks on, lightless, hearts hammering. From the hill, a shape, maybe two, maybe more. We began to ghost away through the trees. Then a voice cut the night. Come back! We didn't. We ran. Twigs whipped our legs. Rocks rolled under our boots. Breath clawed at our lungs. Come back. Closer now. Or maybe the trees threw it at us. Every story he told unraveled at once. Lies spilling like rotten rope. He wasn't alone. He had never been alone. I saw the hill as a watchtower. His eyes, the searchlights. We hit the trail like falling stones, feet barely finding earth. The woods pressed close, the dark pressed closer. A laugh, maybe his, maybe someone else's, rippled in the trees and died. We didn't look back, not once. The parking lot appeared like a miracle, a wet black square under a dying moon. We reached the car, hands shaking, keys slipping once, twice. I glanced back at the tree line and felt the hill looking back at me. We drove. We didn't speak. The road unwound like a lifeline. All he got from us was a brand new tarp. All we kept was a night we'll never forget. By morning, I called the rangers. I told them about the man, his stories, the hill, the way he watched. I said he wasn't alone. They promised to look. I still think of that hill, of eyes that never blinked, and sometimes, when the night goes very, very quiet, I hear him again, "Come back." If you enjoyed this chilling tale, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more.